Crimson Desert was my most anticipated game of 2026, but after playing it for about 10 hours, I think this game isn't for me. The game world has been the highlight. It is the prettiest game I have played, but so far it has been a puzzle simulator. Probably my fault for expecting a completely different kind of game. It started off with a bang. The prologue gets you right into things. The main game starts off in a town and by God is it beautiful. The first area is so well made it makes me want to finish the game just to see every location in game. It feels like a living, breathing town. It has giants, castles, husbands trying to get out of chores. This is just a small section of the overall map, by the way. But it's not as interactive as other modern open worlds. Yeah, you can greet people walking around, but they don't talk to you, they talk at you, and most of the time it is the most random shit. Cliff, the protagonist, is a classic fantasy hero. He's gruff, strong, has long hair, he gets complimented by literally everyone he comes across. Doesn't talk much. The game is classic fantasy, it doesn't try anything new, it is exactly as it seems. All that is fine. I enjoy doing side quests around town. You get acquainted with smiths and vegetable vendors. I was very much into the game at this point. But once this abyss section starts, it's about 2 hours of things I just hate doing in video games. Random magic, being up in the heavens, puzzles that feel like color sorting. I'm not even kidding, one of these puzzles is exactly the same as the hacking minigame in Watch Dogs 1. You connect energy sources, but here you have an added element. You have a lasso to spin this thing around, and this one was fine, at least it made sense. The dreamlike section continues, you go through a 3D Mario section, jumping out in the heavens, and because the game is so beautiful, I didn't mind one bit. You can see the entire map almost from here and it is drop dead gorgeous. But then I came onto this section. Puzzles aren't my favorite thing in games because of puzzles like this. Connect this to that. It's not even a puzzle. It's just you throwing boulders across the wall hoping it works. I got rid of this invisible wall. I saw this little ghost showing me what to do and then I got stuck. I was punching into this wall, but apparently I had to attach this energy thing, and I don't know if this is what the game is going to be about. I might end up hating it by the end if that's the case. These puzzles aren't clever. The game keeps the objective vague, so you have to try out all the different possibilities. So with time you can solve these puzzles on your own. After you get the puzzle right, it's not some eureka moment where everything clicks and you're satisfied the way you're satisfied after reading through a good murder mystery, for example. Because it doesn't click, you don't end up thinking, I missed that. It's just assemble these blocks in a particular fashion with a rope and move on. It's a guessing game at times because these are magical abilities that you just don't know how to use or what it will actually do. How am I supposed to know a lantern is gonna give me a crime scene analysis? I'm not complaining because it is hard. My favorite game from the last few years is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and it is absolutely brutal. Crimson Desert is hard because it doesn't follow logic, which is fine. This is a fantasy world, but quest tips are super vague intentionally. Trial and error is the only way to go, or you can look up guides. This game is gonna help so many game guide channels on YouTube. All that is personal preference, I guess, to some extent. I still think Crimson Desert is good. It looks fantastic. Combat looks brutal and super satisfying, and I haven't even unlocked any cool moves yet. Controls are a little janky. Locking into enemies can be a pain, but when it works, it looks amazing. You don't have to think too much during combat. You have to think about the controls, but tactics or strategy isn't a big part. You can get through button mashing, at least till this point. I just button mashed my way to beating this knight, who's the first boss I came across. I was messing up badly, attacking in the opposite direction, getting stuck on walls that didn't exist, but even so, I ended up winning. That might be because this is early on in game, or maybe combat is gonna be like this throughout. I seriously hope not. Fights should be more challenging and less button mashing. On top of that, controls are messy. You need a photographic memory to remember all these mechanics, and they aren't intuitive either. This is not a problem for me. If it takes time to learn the game, so be it. But combat being janky, it is a problem for sure. When you can't lock on properly in a duel, it is a big problem. Fighting multiple enemies is all over the place, but you still can't button mash your way to victory. But I'm going to give the game the benefit of the doubt and say I haven't gotten any good with combat yet. Combat is not the only janky element either. When you are exploring, especially indoors, Cliff is hard to control sometimes. Even in open areas, he'll get stuck with nothing in sight. People have been complaining about the running animations. Running does feel slow, but sprints feel fast enough. Early in the game, you have no stamina, so you're gonna jog everywhere, and it is a slow jog. I don't mind that, but it might be annoying for some. I am having a blast exploring the map. Side quests so far have been fun. In fact, I've been enjoying side stuff more than the main story. This game has made me realize how important the story is and how even more important dialogue is. In games like Kingdom Come and The Witcher 3, I couldn't get enough of talking to people in the world. Conversations were fun or funny or sad, but no matter what, they kept you engaged. Crimson Desert's dialogue so far has been so dry. It's just exposition dump most of the time, while Cliff stands there not talking, just staring. I have zoned out plenty of times already. Hopefully once the map opens up, we meet some interesting characters, because even if the plot is nothing great, decent writing is enough for me at least. But so far it's been dull. Cutscenes are information dumps, nothing else. There's no personality, nothing. So while I hope things get better, I don't think they will. The biggest strength of this game is the game world. The map is huge and it is stunning. I am playing on medium on PC and I get about 55 FPS. This isn't even close to the best the game can look, and it already looks better than everything else. Visually, I have no complaints whatsoever. This might very well be the best looking game I have ever played. I'm gonna continue just to explore different regions and see how they look. Gameplay trailers have promised us great variety, and map wise they have delivered. So I can't wait to see every location. But playing this feels like a chore right now. I am praying something changes because I really do want to love this game. I can deal with the janky mechanics and the controls, but these vague puzzles might make me stop. Crimson Desert looks so much like Red Dead Redemption 2, it is freaky. Gameplay elements are like Zelda. If you like Breath of the Wild, give this a shot. If you love these puzzles, this might end up being your game of the year. Visually stunning, game world is amazing, combat is brutal but a little rough around the edges. Everything else is pretty good, not gonna lie. I don't think this game is gonna live up to the hype though, not even close. It's good, but that's it. Well, if you want to see last year's most hyped game compared with one of the best ever, click the video on screen. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2 compared. For now, like, comment and subscribe. I'm going to make a review of Crimson Desert, hopefully finish the game, as well as compare it to other titles. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.